Hi, this is Curt and welcome to another edition of Fire Law Roundup.
Let's
There
go
we
to
go.
Massachusetts. I totally agree with this holding. Great holding. I don't know if you disagree. I think this is great holding. So here in Massachusetts, the court, after some administrative review, reverses, but the court concludes that the method of selecting the fire chief is not a bargainable topic. They do this, and I fully agree, because they said, listen, this doesn't affect the terms and conditions of anybody's employment. It's moving up and out of the union stream. You are no longer going to be in union. Your management, you're not going to be covered by the CBA, and this isn't affecting your terms and conditions of employment, so it's not bargainable. I don't know if you remember, but
let me make the argument. I agree with you. But let me make the other argument. Okay, and the union argument, I think, is a good one. I disagree. I agree with you, but the union's argument is, look, the only people who are eligible to become the fire chief are the 4 deputy chiefs, and they're all in the union.
Correct.
So therefore, this affects their promotions. Promotions are a mandatory subject of collective bargaining, universally recognized as that, and therefore, they should have to bargain. Not who's going to be the chief. You don't have to bargain on who's going to be the chief, but the process. What study material is it going to be? Written exam? Is it going to be an assessment center? The process should be bargainable. So that's the union's argument.
And I swear I've seen in the last year or two cases that went the opposite way, where they said it is.
Figure.
Yeah, I know. But I happen to agree with it. Once you're taken out of your succession line, right, where you're not guaranteed to go, and just because you get to the highest rank of deputy chief, that's it. That's where that kind of ends. Now you're out of there completely. I happen to agree with that. It's not a term and condition of employment, but I totally see the opposite side of it. Totally see the opposite side. I just think it was a good call, but a tough call on that. But
I can see other courts, other states going in a different direction on it. But
yes. And I wondered how much of this was specifically related to Massachusetts law that could be changed by a different. Right,
100%. This is a Massachusetts decision. It has no other than persuasive value. It has no impact. It doesn't. It's not the interpretation of the National Labor Relations Act, or it's strictly Massachusetts. And I think there's some unique issues here because, as I understand it, only those 4 deputy chiefs were eligible for this test. So this promotion, and it's not a situation where they could have gone to the outside. I think once you start saying that, well, other people would have been eligible for this, that changes the union's argument a little bit. Okay. Right. But here the union, I felt, had a pretty strong argument that, look, the only people by law, the only people who could take the test are the 4 deputies. Therefore, they're in the bargaining unit. Therefore, it should be bargainable. But the Court of Appeals said no. Now, the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court still has a shot at this. So if they choose to appeal it, so.
And I liked what the court said about this, about the ladder. It's not really in the promotional ladder, right? The union said, well, this is in the promotional ladder. The court said it's really not. But again,
you can argue the position. The position is in the ladder. It's obviously in the ladder. To me, the question is, you're talking about the burden on the union membership. There's 4 people in the bargaining unit who now have to compete with each other. And, in that context, since they can't go outside, you can't have somebody from outside. It's got to be one of these 4. These 4 are in the bargaining unit. You got to bargain over the process. So I can understand that process. Definitely. And also in a department where it was different, where they could go to the outsider, they could take a retired member, whatever it may be. I think it's a little bit different.